You know those days when you're just lying there, staring at the ceiling, thinking, man, what do I even want right now? I've got zero motivation and I don't feel like doing anything. I bet that feeling sounds familiar, right? Like you're stuck and you don't even have the energy to pull yourself out of it. You know you've got things to do, goals to reach, but you just can't seem to get yourself moving. And that's when you gotta hit yourself with some real talk. Dude, you realize no one's gonna do this for you, right? It's kinda like a car. No one's gonna fill up the tank or start the engine unless you get up and do it yourself. Motivation's like a fuel, but here's the kicker. Sometimes that fuel doesn't just show up on its own. Sometimes, weirdly enough, you gotta start without motivation. Sounds wild, right? But let me break it down for you. Look, bro, you're sitting there scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and time just flies by. Half an hour, two. Before you know it, hours are gone, and then you're like, damn, I could gotten so much done with that time. But here's the wild part. Even knowing that, sometimes it's still not enough to actually get you to do anything. Why is that? Simple. We all love being comfortable. It's just easier to stay in that cozy little zone even when you know you're wasting time. The key here is realization that motivation doesn't always just show up while you're sitting around waiting for it. And here's the thing, bro. Motivation usually kicks in while you're doing something, not before. You feel me? You don't have to sit around waiting for that burst of inspiration or that sudden urge to get stuff done. Just start doing anything, even if you're not feeling it. Start small, like maybe today you gotta knock out some schoolwork, work on project, or just clean your room. You're probably thinking, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm just not in the mood today. But nah, man, start right now. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, open your laptop, grab your notebook, and pick up the broom, wherever. As soon as you push yourself just a little, your brain starts to get in gear. And that I don't wanna feeling starts to fade. For real, dude, I'm not kidding, sometimes the hardest part is just starting. Picture this, you're at the bottom of a mountain. Looking up, the top seems crazy far, like, how am I gonna get there? And that's when your motivation starts to drop, because the goal feels too huge and you feel too small. But if you just start walking, taking one little step at a time, you won't even realize how far you've come. It's kinda like rolling a snowball. It starts off tiny, but the more you roll it, the bigger it gets. And eventually, it's easier to keep it going. And here's something else I figured out. Dude, don't expect to be on your A game every single day. It's totally normal to have off days where you're just not feeling it and have zero motivation, but that doesn't mean you should give up or let yourself off the hook. In those moments, it's key to remember, even a tiny step forward is better than staying stuck. Maybe you're not up for crushing it today, but at least knock out one small thing. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's still a step forward. Doing nothing? That's for sure a step backward. Oh, and one more thing. Don't be afraid to give yourself proofs for the little wins. We often think, that's nothing, no big deal, but dude, it is a big deal. Every small step is part of a bigger journey. You're building your motivation through action. And with every little thing you do, it gets easier. The more you do, the more you want to do, it's like a habit. Man, the more you repeat something, the more it becomes part of who you are. Bottom line, bro, motivation isn't some magic trick. It's not this invisible force that shows up and suddenly changes your life. It's the result of doing things. Motivation doesn't come from the outside. It's built from the inside, as you go. The more you start doing stuff, even if you don't feel like it, the more you'll charge yourself up with that energy. It's like a wheel. At first, it's tough to get it turning, but once it's rolling, it's very easy to keep it going. You know, a lot of people sit around waiting for someone to show up and give them that magic push, that one piece of advice or that motivational speech that'll make them get off the couch and hit the gym, learn something new, or work on their dreams. But here's the truth, dude. That's not gonna happen. No one's coming to do it for you. It's all on you. You're your own best motivator. Think about it, man. No one else knows what you need. No one feels your goals the way you do. No one understands how bad you want it. And no one, except for you, is gonna put in the work. So get up, bro, and take that first step. Good luck.